Lady in Black is at its heart a love story. It is the story of Samuel and Melanie Lanier, who were a newlywed couple from South Carolina. And when the Civil War broke out, Samuel decided that he needed to enlist. And he did so, and he was sent to the front lines where he was eventually captured. And he was brought here to Fort Warren. Because conditions here were so good, he was able to get a letter out to his wife back in South Carolina, and he detailed where he was. Melanie decided that she was going to come and save him. She was able to slip past the blockade, and she got in contact with a couple of Confederate sympathizers out in Hull. And when she arrived, they cut her hair, they gave her a disguise, and they got her a rowboat. But perhaps most notably, they also gave her a gun. A gun. It was an old gun, but they told her that it should be fine. And so on the best night of her selection, she rowed her way out from Hull. When she landed on the island, she started whistling a song that she knew that her husband knew in hopes that he would respond. And she circled around the island about 2 times before she finally heard his response. And they hoisted her up inside of the fort, but from there, they didn't really have a plan. There are some versions of the story that say that they were trying to dig a hole. Others say different things, but regardless, there was some sort of miscommunication, a little bit of a kerfuffle, and there was noise. Colonel Dimick was already on edge because there had been an escape attempt not long before, and he had notified the soldiers of his command that if there was any noise or anything suspicious to tell him right away. And so they did, and Colonel Dimick came running to see what the commotion was. And Melanie was scared when she sees Colonel Dimick, and she points the gun directly at him and fires. Because it's an old gun, it misfires. There's debris everywhere. And when the smoke clears, Melanie discovers that she has killed her husband. Now she's alone on an island. She doesn't know anybody. Colonel Dimick doesn't really know what to do either. This hasn't happened before. And eventually it's decided that she will be charged for treason, and that is that. She's eventually sentenced to death by hanging. She's asked if she has any final requests, and she says she would like to be hung in woman's clothing. They don't have anything on the island, and so they give her an old black curtain, and she sews the dress that she is hung in. People say that they can still see her today along the dark arch in the Scarf Gallery.